Greetings. In this series, we are still responding to those stupid who attack Islam in the West. And in the last few videos, we are reflecting over a meeting between Jimmy Swaggart and a woman called Gabriel, who spoke so many lies through the whole meeting. Now, she said that, ISIS are good practicing Muslim because they apply the teaching of the Quran to the letter. Those are very good practicing Muslim. This is Islam. ISIS is Islam. And Quran say kill the infidels, cutting their necks because they disbelieved in Allah. She's lying. I mentioned this in one video, so no harm in repeating right now. Quran teaching that she lies about says you are not allowed to force people into Islam or to practice Islam or to come to Islam. It is prohibited. This is according to the Quran. It is prohibited. You are allowed to fight back and kill those who come to fight you and kill you. Self-defense. And we explained that in the previous video. So all what she said are lies. We are not allowed to kill the infidels just because they are infidels or just because they do not believe in the noble Quran. She is a liar. There are no verses of such in the Quran. If she spoke the truth right now, 12 million Muslims in the US will launch a war against all the Christians. And they will win. Because what they hold on to is much sacred than what the Christians hold on to, or the Jews. So obviously, since there is no war from the Muslims in the US today against the non-Muslims or what's called infidels, then Islam does not teach that. Islam teaches, and if they want peace, give them peace. If they want war, go to war against them. You are allowed. This is the Quranic teaching. This is what is found in the Quran, literally. Such a stupid liar. She says, go, look at practicing Muslim who goes to a mosque, pray 5 times every day. They consider a woman are property, their property. Women, Muslim women, are property to Muslim men. They can. He has the right to kill her, to kill his wife, to rape his wife, to beat his wife, and the same to his daughters. Meaning, to kill them, rape them. In Islamic society, women have no rights. This is what she says. Well, I don't know what to say. She spoke so many lies. I'm becoming, so confused. How can one bag of lies, spill so much hate and lies like that? It's incredible. None of this is true. On the contrary, we have among the Muslim women those who are bosses over their men. They rule the house. They do as they want. But regardless, this is rituals, this is societies, this is how, people act in their habitat. Even in the West, they are worse than that. But we are talking about Islam. Does Islam say that women are property of man? Does Islam say you can rape your wife, kill her? Does Islam say that? Is there any verses in the Quran that say that? This is amazing. Women in the Jewish Christian book are the worst miserable creatures according to their God. But in Islam, Allah is so fair and just. Allah says the difference between males and females, one step, daraja, one step. What is that step? By what they spend to put the bread on the table. but what force Allah gave them to help the women because they are weaker. That's all. And today, most of the women, Muslim women, are working force. So the male lost the privilege. No more preferred over females. She works like him and she put the bread like him. Share and share alike. But through the whole Quran, Allah speaks to the women and the males and females alike. Same responsibilities, same duties, same rewards. Males and females, through the whole Quran. On the contrary, Allah, is in favor of females more than the males in the Quran, calling the Muslims to take care of their wives and daughters and mothers and sisters. This is the teaching of the Quran, not the lies that she's promoting and their kind. Miserable lies. No, women are not property of the Muslim men. They are on equal partnership for those who read Quran and understand through Islam. She said that moderate Muslims do not believe Quran literally and do not believe that they have right to kill or rape or beat their wives. She's lying, of course, because moderate Muslims are the true believers in the Noble Quran literally. The articulated among the Muslims believe in the Quran literally. And Quran does not say kill your wife or rape your wife. Quran does not say beat your wife in this general broad manner, like she lies and say, making it like a ritual in Islam. No, Quran say the wife that wants to deviate from the proper behavior by going out, she wants a boyfriend, she wants to commit adultery and rotten stuff, first try to advise her so hard. Then bring somebody who she abide by and listen to. Invite him to the conversation if the personal did not work out. So after working so hard with a gentle, kind manner, but she insists on doing what she wants to do and dress like a devil and force this and start shouting like a devil, she wants to do what she wants to do, what's on her mind, then Quran says, beat them. Maybe this will make them stop. If that does not work, then, lock them in the house. They are not allowed to go out until death take them, or Allah make a way for them to repent and come back to reason and logic. So Muslims and Quran are trying to prevent the evil among them with preventive measures, not like the West, an open house for Satan and his advocates. We're trying to save our societies, and this is not something wrong. It is wrong from those who think that we are not allowed to do this. They are free to do what they want. We are free to do what we want, especially to preserve. Jimmy said, I studied the Quran. He lied, of course. And if he studied a little bit about the Quran, he doesn't understand what Quran says. It advocates slaughter. See, I told you, he lied. It advocates torture. It advocates murder. Imagine, Quran advocates slaughter, torture, murder. There is, some verses in the Quran that say if you kill one innocent soul, one innocent life, if you kill one innocent life, as if you killed all of mankind. Imagine, if you kill one innocent soul today, some governments in the world will put you to death, will hang you to death. You will lose your own life because you killed one life. imagine what's the penalty that Allah has as if you killed all of mankind. This is Quran, not the lies that Jimmy is telling us. He said that he lied and says that he studied Quran and claims that it advocates slaughter. Slaughter is advocates slaughter for those who come to kill us and want to slaughter us. We are allowed to defend ourselves and slaughter them. They will slaughter some of us and we will slaughter some of them. It's a war. In war, anything may happen. Anything can happen. But have you heard in the US that a Muslim family went to a Christian family during the night with knives and slaughtered the family? Have you ever heard that? Based on the Quran, teaching of the Quran? You are so miserable and liars. Torture? Quran? Quran torture? No, Jimmy, you're a liar. You're a liar. You did not study Quran. Quran doesn't have this stuff that you're talking about. Does not advocate any of that. Now she said, responded to his lies, and she said, the Pentagon says that what ISIS is doing is according to Quran. ISIS cries Allahu Akbar, and Muslim in the US do the same. They cry Allahu Akbar. Well, if ISIS is using Allahu Akbar, it does not make Allahu Akbar a satanic word. When Muslims say Allahu Akbar, the translation is Allah is greater than. Allah is greater than the US. Allah is greater than Christianity, than Hinduism, than Buddhism, than Taoism, than Sikhism. Allah is greater than humanity and the universe itself. Allah is greater. And that's exactly what Allahu Akbar means. That Allah, the Lord, is greater than all. As Jesus said in the New Testament, in the book of John, for the Father is greater than I, and then he proceeded to say, for the Father is greater than all. For the Father is greater than all, in essence, this is what Allahu Akbar is all about. But since those stupid ISIS use it, that doesn't make the words Allahu Akbar an evil word. But those stupid, evil, rotten terrorists are using those words unjustly. They have no right to mention the name of the Lord while cutting a neck or burning people alive. They have no right. Is that the only thing they have no right to do? No, everything they are doing, they have no right. They are completely unjust. Stupidity to the max, to say the least. She complains that, a Muslim was elected into the House and he insisted on swearing on the Quran. In the US, people when they go to court, they put their hands on the Bible. They swear on the Bible. So what do you want, a Muslim to swear on the Bible too? You swear on the Bible because you believe in the Bible. The man swore on the Quran because he believes in the Quran. And this is the honesty of a Muslim, because he can swear on the Bible whatever he wants. Whatever you want. He doesn't believe in the Bible. It's a book. Just a book. Nothing else. It's not a revelation from the Lord, as you claim. You're lying. But the Quran is. So when he swears on the Quran, then he's honest. He's a good person. You have to respect that. She said that, they need to understand Allah and Islam, of course. Yes, please. But let me help. Because on your own, you are miserable. You cannot understand Allah and Islam. Or you will push yourself in the wrong ways to learn, as usual. So yes, you need to know about Allah and Islam. Jimmy said that, he was speaking about a Muslim. He read about this Muslim, that this Muslim said, he doesn't remember the name. This Muslim said that, it is time for us Muslims to look at our Muslim religion. Something is wrong with our religion. Everything, okay. And Jimmy said, that everything they do, the Muslims do, is based on the Quran. And then she lied and said, yes. No, dear Jimmy, what the vast majority of Muslims are doing are not based on the Noble Quran. Guess what? A huge percentage of the Muslims, they do not understand what Quran says. Some of them, even millions of the Muslims, they read the Quran in Arabic, in the proper language, but they do not understand what Quran says. Millions of Muslims, like the Shia, for example, they don't even like to read Quran, and when they read Quran, they try to destroy Quran by saying Quran missing, verses about Ali and this and that. So no, Muslims, the vast majority of Muslims, they are not going in their life applying Quranic teaching. The vast majority do not understand what Quran says. So you are lying and she is lying as well. Both of you are liars in this regard. She said, another lie in this meeting. She said, Jews expelled and killed in every Arabic country. Where were the governments to prevent that? Well, first of all, it's a lie. Jews were living in every Arabic country in peace. And in every Arabic country, even today, if you go to some parts of the countries, you will find the avenue of the Jews, Harat al-Yahud, in every Arabic country, where Jews used to live together, because they practice their faith. They are very private people, in the Arabic world. All around them are Muslims or Christians, so they are minority. So they try to collect themselves in one part, but they live side by side with the Muslims and the Arabs all of their lives until they invaded Palestine. Then all the Jews from all the Arab world starting leaving their homes and their life among the Arabs and coming to Palestine, migrated to Palestine. So dear liar, stop lying. Nobody kicked the Jews from any Arabic country. Nobody. Maybe Lebanon doesn't have Harat Yahud, an avenue for the Jew, but Syria does, next door. And they lived in Syria all of their lives in peace. Nobody kicked them out. But in Saudi, that's a different matter, because they tried to kill the Prophet, and they always sided with the mushrik, the kafir, the idol worshippers, who wanted to destroy Islam and destroy the life of the Prophet ﷺ. So they were kicked out from only the Arabian Peninsula, what's called Saudi today. Other than that, they lived in all Arab countries in peace until they volunteered to go to Palestine to occupy, invade, and colonize the land and to kill the Palestinians. Now she spoke how some Muslims were so happy about 9/11, September. I don't know why the Muslims should be angry about 9/11, since America, is the reason why they planted the evil Israelis, terrorist Israelis in Palestine, and caused the death of so many. And today, because of Israel, there is an effort to destroy all the Arab armies. The Egyptian army, the Syrian army, the Jordanian army, destroy all the armies around for the safety of Israel. and the peace of mind. All right. And she's saying, imagine that Christians in Lebanon, Arab Christians, pray to Allah, which is God in English. This is what she said. And that, the Lord, for them in Arabic is Allah. And this was forced over them because Muslims, when they invaded, the land. What else, dear liar, you want them to say? The name of the Lord. God? Did Jesus speak English? Okay, she later on, she said that in the churches in Lebanon, they speak Aramaic. What is the name of the Lord in Aramaic? Let us discuss this next time. And the surprise.